Now I feel the need to speak loud to my supporters, to my fans. I'm not asking for a special treatment, I just want to be judged. How much longer this is gonna take?
Simona Halep can finally breathe a sigh of relief. At the 2022 US Open, she was hit with the news. A mysterious banned substance was found in her bloodstream, leading to a dark cloud over her career, with a ban stretching all the way to October 2026. But then, like a break in the clouds, the Court of Arbitration for Sport steps in, changing the game. They cut down her daunting ban to just 9 months after her appeal. This twist in her tale means the champion of 2 Grand Slams is set to make her comeback on the WTA Tour with immediate effect. What was the mysterious banned substance she took? And how did she take it? Why did they decide to reduce her ban? And what does her future look like going forward? We'll answer all of that and more in this video. If I'm being honest, this might turn out to be one of the greatest comeback stories in tennis history. You'll better sit tight and get ready for an adrenaline rush, because this is going to be a wild one. And as always, if this video serves up some tennis joy, follow that like button and backhand a subscribe for more ace-worthy tennis content like this. A player at the peak of her powers, facing a hurdle that could end her career, only to make a triumphant return. That is Simona Halep. From 2014 to 2020, she was like a wall, unbreakable and resilient, finishing each year among the top 4. This wasn't luck, it was hard work, talent, and an unyielding desire to be the best. I think her year-end #1 ranks in 2017 and 2018 were well-deserved, showcasing her dominance. But as we all know, life loves to throw curveballs. In 2021, things started to look different. Injuries are every athlete's nightmare, and for Halep, a calf injury was her major setback. Missing out on big tournaments like the French Open and Wimbledon was tough. That year, without any titles and slipping to the 20th rank, showed everyone that even the strongest can falter. It's a bit sad, really, considering how high she flew before. But first, quiz time. Up until which month was Simona initially banned from professional tennis? Is it A. September 2026, B. October 2026, C. November 2026, D. December 2026? The correct answer will be revealed at the end of the video, so stay tuned. And hey, don't be shy, hit us up with your guesses in the comments. We'll reply to as many of them as we can. 2022 rolled around, and it seemed Halep was getting her groove back. A semi-final run at Wimbledon and a victory at the Canadian Open were glimmers of her former self. But just when the story seemed to be heading towards a happy ending, a doping ban threw everything off course. Testing positive for the banned substance roxadustat at the US Open was a shock. The initial ban until 2026 felt like a career-ending moment. Imagine being at the height of your career and then suddenly you're not allowed to play. It must have been a nightmare. But here's where the story takes a turn. Halep fought back, appealing against the ban. She argued that her contact with roxadustat came from a contaminated supplement she had been taking. The Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS, had to untangle this mess. They found that Halep did make a mistake by not being careful enough with her supplements, yet they believed she didn't intentionally mean to cheat. This ruling was a glimmer of hope, showing that while she was, in part, to blame, her intentions were not wrong. But that was not all. Her athlete biological passport also showed irregular findings. In September 2023, an independent tribunal proceeded to hand her a 4-year ban. But Halep didn't give up. She appealed this decision too. The CAS listened and decided that the evidence wasn't strong enough to prove she intentionally violated doping rules. They dismissed both charges, clearing the path for her to return to tennis. This whole process wasn't just about proving innocence. It was about fighting for the right to play again. The WTA's support for Halep, welcoming her back, shows the faith they have in the integrity of the system and in her as a player. The CAS panel has unanimously determined that the 4-year period of ineligibility is to be reduced to a period of ineligibility of 9 months, starting on the 7th of October 2022, which period expired on the 6th of July 2023, the CAS said in a statement. She responded to this new update on social media saying, "Thank you to the tournament for giving me this opportunity, and I cannot wait to be back on court and competing. See you all soon." So now that she's back in the game, how will she fare after such a long time away? Well, Halep was known for her incredible ability to move and hit the ball with power. she could switch from defense to attack in a heartbeat, making her a formidable opponent. Her style was about being gritty and determined, never giving up on a point. However, her serve was often seen as her weak spot. As the game evolves, this could become a bigger issue, especially against players who are strong returners. Yet the biggest question is whether Halep can keep up with the physical demands of the game. After being away for 18 months, and now at 32, she might find it harder to move as quickly as before. The top players today like Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff are not just powerful, but also quick and agile. They represent a new challenge for Halep, a test of both her skill and adaptability. Can Halep adapt her game to meet these challenges? It's a big ask. To compete with the best, she might need to be more aggressive, taking control of points earlier and minimizing the pressure on her serve. This could be where her comeback gets interesting. It's not just a physical battle, but a tactical one too. Now, as she's set to return at the Miami Open, the tennis world is buzzing. Can she make a comeback? It's a question on everyone's mind. Halep's journey reminds us that setbacks can be setups for comebacks. Her style of play, a mix of agility and power, has always been her trademark. Yet the game has evolved. Players like Iga Swiatek and Coco Gauff have raised the bar. Halep's challenge is not simply to play again, but to adapt and thrive. If she fails to do that, she will never make it. Here's the thing though, it's not going to be easy. After being away from professional tennis, catching up to the new pace of the game and overcoming the psychological pressure of the ban are huge hurdles. But if there's one thing Halep has shown us, it's her resilience. To me, she's always been a fighter. Quick side note here, I hope you haven't forgotten about our trivia question. Make sure to keep watching, the answer will be revealed at the end. And hint, the answer is not D, December 2026. So, what can we expect from Halep in 2024? Honestly, expecting her to immediately return to her peak might be a bit much. The competition is fierce, and she's been away from the game. But never count out a champion. Halep's story is far from over. In fact, it's her ability to rise from setbacks that makes her journey so compelling. As she steps back onto the court, all eyes will be on her. Not just to see how well she plays, but because her story resonates with anyone who's ever faced a challenge. Can she rise again? I believe so. After all, every great story deserves a comeback, and Halep's story is nothing short of inspirational. Just like a recent quote of hers she posted via Instagram alongside photos of her Wimbledon and French Open trophies. It said, "In the midst of this challenging journey, my unwavering belief in the integrity of the truth and in the principles of justice has been my beacon." Simona's story is still being written, and one thing is for sure, it will be a journey worth watching. Let's keep watching together. Now let's circle back to our trivia question. Up until which month was Simona initially banned from professional tennis? Well, here's the answer. October. Having tested positive for a mysterious banned substance in the 2022 US Open, she was initially banned from professional tennis until October 2026. If you got the answer right, let us know in the comments below.
Oh, what a winner!
Take a peek at our other videos. And that, my friends, is game, set, and match for this episode of Glam Slam Tennis. Thanks for watching.